The world talks about energy transition, but global politics still reacts to oil shocks. That raises an obvious question. If oil is supposedly on the way out, why does it still trigger political panic? The answer isn't about running out of oil, and it isn't about short-term shortages. It's about control. In the next few minutes, I'll explain how oil still shapes global power, who actually controls it, and why the energy transition hasn't changed that yet. To understand this, you have to stop thinking of oil as energy and start thinking of it as leverage. Oil's power today isn't about electricity, it's about mobility. Modern economies still move on oil. Trucks, ships, planes, supply chains, and militaries. That's why oil shocks translate into political pressure almost instantly. What makes oil uniquely political is that its supply isn't neutral, it's managed. A relatively small group of producers can influence global prices by adjusting output. That turns oil into a strategic lever, not just a commodity. Production decisions made by groups like OPEC and major exporters such as Saudi Arabia and Russia ripple across the global economy. Oil prices don't just move, they're influenced by political choices. This becomes even more obvious during conflict. Wars, sanctions, and regional instability don't just affect oil supply, they affect expectations. Markets react to fear long before shortages appear. That's why prices can spike even when oil is still flowing. And those price increases don't stay local. They spread across borders, raising fuel costs, transportation prices, and inflation. For governments, especially in countries like the United States, oil instability quickly becomes a domestic political problem. Oil conflicts don't stay on maps, they show up in everyday life. This is where the energy transition matters, but also where it's misunderstood. Renewables are transforming electricity generation, but they haven't replaced oil in transport, shipping, aviation, or defense. During crises, governments still fall back on oil. The transition is real, but it's incomplete. Oil doesn't dominate global politics because the future belongs to it. It dominates because the present still does. Until the world can move people, goods, and armies without oil, global politics will continue to revolve around it.